I'm with the one and only, the Worldwide Wrestling Alliance owner, Dino Santa. Dino, thank you so much for your time, man.
No problem, man. I'm glad you guys show up tonight
Yeah.
so you can see some real good action.
Definitely, man. Different place than Zern's, man. We're at Quakertown Farmers Market. Tell us about this.
Well, you know, we've been in this place for about 2 years now, probably a little more. But we've done some show here outside, and I like this place. Look at it. It's special made. We put the ceiling up a little bit so the guys can jump, and the fans love this area. Quakertown has been around for a long, long time, and as you know, Zern is gone now, and we miss it. We miss it, but we do have a place that we took over, like from Zern, at the Coventry Mall in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. But this is different area, but most of the people, most of the fans are still following us around, whether we go in Pottstown or we come here in Quakertown. So we're happy to be here. And as you know, it's 39 years, for God's sake.
That's what I was going to tell you. 39 years, man. You've been doing it for so long. What keeps you going, man, with this, man? Is it the crowd, the energy, the excitement, the frustration? What is it?
I still think old-time pro wrestling, the way it used to be many, many years ago. And I know you hear me say that so many times. Back like when we used to have a Bruno, Chief J. Strongo, and Ken Pantera, all the old-timers that made pro wrestling real, what the sport is supposed to be.
Now, goals for 2019, man. I know it's right in January. What's on the mind of Dino Santa?
In my mind, is again to make wrestling better and better than it used to be. And you know what? There is a difference between the Worldwide Wrestling Alliance and any other company out there. We believe in pro wrestling, and I mean it sincerely. When I say we believe in pro wrestling, we want to make the fans happy, but also we allow those professional wrestlers to come out, get up here, and do what they know how to do best, and that's professional wrestling.
And now, where can you get for your money? Look, you're this close to the ring. You're not spending $60 for a ticket, and you get to meet your stars at the intermission. They're not too cool for you. They're right here in your face. Dino Santa's right here talking to you guys, letting you know how it is.
You cannot get a better action than this. Like you say, you're right here, right in the front row. You know, it's a small place, but with the atmosphere of an arena, of a big arena, because it doesn't matter whether you have 100 people or 1,000 people. It's what we put up here, that's what it counts.
You know, I gotta tell you, it's been a while since I've done the video, man. I'm getting goosebumps by this ring again, man. Original Hat Guy, I know he's back there, and I'm gonna watch my throat this time. I don't want him to choke me out, man.
Well, you know, I know it's been a few years already, but still I want to thank you for what you did for us when we inducted Bruno Sammartino into the Hall of Fame. We were the first company in the whole world to do that. Not Vince McMahon, nobody else. We did it. And nobody, no Vince McMahon, nobody else can claim that. We did it. Bruno Sammartino was so happy and so proud to be part of our company, part of our organization, and part of our fans that we will never forget that. And God bless Bruno.
Now, whether it's Damaged Radio or Completely Damaged TV, back now. Dino, thank you so much for your time, man, and it's awesome being here.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and keep following professional wrestling and keep joining the Worldwide Wrestling Alliance.
And stay tuned for more Damaged videos right here, guys. Thank you. And what a great day here at Worldwide Wrestling Alliance in Quakertown, man. I've been having such a ball. I've been so lucky not to...
Well, if it isn't my old friend, RC. You know what? I haven't seen you in years. Boy, you're looking good. Yeah, right. Can't get over it.
Man.
You look like a new man. Let's see. I'm just checking out the neck here. I know my marks are still there.
Man, Original Hat Guy, man. What's been going on since we last seen you last?
Well, I'm doing the thing that I do best. Manage the finest wrestlers in the Worldwide Wrestling Alliance.
That's right, man.
Oh, yeah.
I've been looking back on that video, man, that timeline, that highlight video, man, where we were at in Allentown, Merchant Square Mall. Me, you, man, with the hardcore reunion.
Absolutely. I had a blast there.
And man, you remember that story?
Funk.
Funk, man. You showing him the back of the shirt so he remembers that time when he was there.
Absolutely, it was a great time.
Right,
it was my privilege to be there. Absolutely.
That's right. Fast forward to Damage Radio at Monco, man. You came up. We shot a one-on-one where you talked about your time in ECW setting up chairs, man.
Yep. I remember that interview very well. About 5-6 years ago.
Yep.
Great time. Great interview.
To the times when I forgot to say original. I said Hat Guy or
it's the original Hat Guy.
I remember now. You know. Thinking back in the days, man, when I used to wear the backwards hat, man, what were your thoughts on where Damage Radio was, and where Damage was, and now where it is now?
Well, RC, I can't believe it. You've scored some interviews with some of the top names in this business. I will give you credit for that. Excellent job, my friend.
Thank you, man. Now, 2019 is January, man. What does Original Hat Guy have in store?
Well, tonight being at Wwwa right here in Quakertown, my man Slayer is going to go on to victory. Now, the only thing I don't like about this whole scenario, the people cheer for Slayer. Now, you know, I'm not one for the fans. The people have been cheering Slayer now for about 5-6 months, and it's getting to me. I'm telling you fans once and for all, don't cheer for Slayer. And I got another little surprise tonight I'm not going to divulge. I have a new addition, and this is going to be a shock. But you're going to have to wait to find out.
Oh, man. Now, the wrestling business is blooming, man. We got NXT, who's bringing in guys like Matt Riddle and tons of guys from the Monster Factory, and they're worldwide. We got All Elite Wrestling, man. WWE. Guys now, they don't have to look at just WWE as the big time, man. What are your thoughts on all that?
I like competition. I don't think the WWE should be the only thing out there. There should be, I love, of course, independent wrestling. Independent wrestling is what, these guys are the greatest athletes in the world. They do things that nobody else can do. So I'm a big fan of indie wrestling. Absolutely.
Now, being that Damage is back, I don't think it's only right and only fitting that Original Hat Guy and RC, man, you bring it back one more time. Oh, is Undertaker here? Oh, God. Get off my neck. Oh, cut the mic. Cut the mic. Damage fans, every Monday morning from 10 to 11 on MoncoRadio.com, you can hear me, RC, alongside Arthur, the Bullet Littman, and Matt Porter as we bring you Damage Radio. We have interviews with pro wrestlers, musicians, NASCAR people, and more. So make sure you get Damage Radio live. Fans, we are back here at the Quakertown Farmers Market for Worldwide Wrestling Alliance action, and I'm with Slayer and the Original Hat Guy. Guys, welcome to Completely Damaged.
Yeah, thank you. Hey. Yo, calm down. Calm down, please. Tonight will be like no other night. You're going to see the most vicious man in the Worldwide Wrestling Alliance today, Slayer. And he will destroy his helpless opponent. And now, here's another thing. All you fans that adore this man, I'm sick and tired of saying it. You hate me, but you love this man. I'm tired of it. I'm saying for the last time, I don't want to hear any Slayer. Stop it. You're not supposed to enjoy that. But when I unleash this man in the ring tonight, you're going to see a man that's going to destroy and hurt and cripple and maim because he's a vicious, vicious animal. Get a look out of him. Get up there. This is what. And all right, wait a minute. All right, calm down. Yo. All right, this is enough. Cut.
Damage fans, we are back here live at the Quakertown Farmers Market for Wwwa action, and I'm with a very familiar face, man, the Wolfman. Wolfman, pleasure to see you again, man.
Nice seeing you again. What happened to you?
It's been a while, man. We kind of went off a little bit, started doing the Damage Radio. But now we're back in 2019. I figured what better way to bring back Damage than do Damage TV live here at the Worldwide Wrestling Alliance, man.
Well, you want Damage? We can do it.
That's right. Now, we have a long history, man. Since I've been coming back up here since, 2009. I mean, we've seen matches with you and Cujo, breaking the house down in Zerns, the ring falling apart. We've seen it all, man. What are some of your favorite matches in wrestling?
Well, you know my favorite match, and that was back in 1999 with Abdullah the Butcher. And I've had a lot of good matches. Tonight, when I get in that ring, TJ, you're in trouble.
Oh, God. Guys, it's Completely Damaged. You're live at the Worldwide Wrestling Alliance. You can only get it right here. Wolfman, what was that?
What I put up with? Idiots that just want to jump on my back. I'm 60 years old and I don't care. Any little boys want to come jump on my back? Come on, because tonight we're putting the strap on, and that boy's going to be bloody.
Guys, you got to realize right now, you never mess with the Wolfman. He's been around here for a long, long time, and he is not going anywhere. So stay tuned for more completely damaged action. Fans, we are back here at Wwwa Action. I'm here with the one and only the Atkins brothers. Guys, welcome. Thank you. Welcome to Completely Damaged, man.
Thanks a lot, man. It's an honor to be here.
Definitely,
Very
man.
excited.
Definitely. Now, for those that don't know, what inspired you guys to get into the professional wrestling business?
It all started back about 17 years ago when we first started wrestling. We saw the WWE on TV growing up as kids, and we said, you know, that's something we want to do. So then we started our amateur career in our local teams, and then we eventually ended up wrestling in college, and then we made the transition following to the pro leagues. Yeah, I mean, I just always looked up to the guys I saw on TV, Scott Steiner, Rick Steiner, loved those guys. So anything to be more like them, started hitting the gym, started training.
Talk about the importance of tag team wrestling. You guys are brothers, right? Absolutely. So, like, you know, being brothers, you guys know each other inside and out. That's an advantage, right?
Oh, yeah, it's a total advantage. I know exactly what he's thinking in the ring. He knows what I'm thinking. There's no need to coordinate in there. You know, our tag moves, we're in sync, we're set. Can't beat it. That's something we've always preached since day one. When we came in together, we came in as a team, and we've always been a team since. And we say chemistry is one of our strongest abilities when we get out there, is that we do have that tight bond that only brothers can have.
Now, what are some of your favorite matches thus far in your career?
Oh, gosh. I'd have to say probably one of our favorite matches was when we got the belts for the Wwwa, actually. December of last year, we fought off Blitzkrieg and the Brit, and ever since then, we've held on to these belts very proudly.
How about yourself?
For me, it would probably be one of our biggest matches in our first year. It was at IWF Loud and Proud. It was something like 400, 500 people that were there. And we were facing the Street Kings, and that was the first real title shot that we had.
Now, what are some of your favorite tag teams in the business today?
Sure. So I think that one of our favorite tag teams has to be the Killer Bees.
Oh, yeah.
Classic team. Amazing chemistry that they had going, some great move sets. I think that that's one of probably the tops for us. Modern day, it's got to be the Revival. Those guys they're so technical, so well-rounded. They're great.
There's no F the Revival here?
No, none of that.
Cody, no?
No, not at all.
Let's talk about the business. It's finally blooming now in January. We got All Elite Wrestling, we got Ring of Honor, we got WWE. It's not just have to be going to the WWE anymore. There's so many options out there. How do you guys feel about that?
I mean, it's great for being in the business and looking around and finally having more options to kind of look around and say, you know what, we might not like wrestling at that venue, but hey, there's more options now. It's not just the WWE. Yeah, I think it's really nice that, you know, we're not all pushed to that one goal of WWE. There's now, you know, NJPW, there's AEW, there's Ring of Honor. It's, you know, there's so much that you can do now. Why would you want to limit yourself?
Goals for 2019. What's in store for the Atkins brothers?
You know what? I want to retain these belts. I want to go. We've just passed the 1 year mark. I'd love to see it go to the 2 year mark. I'd love to get our brand out there a little bit more. Start going to some new venues. But you know what? This is our home. We love Wwwa, and we're not going anywhere else.
So for the challengers out there that want to take those straps from you, what do you got to say?
Your chemistry better be down tight, because ours is.
That's right, Damaged fans. Make sure you stay tuned and watch these guys. Their guys are going big places, guys. Stay tuned, guys. Fans, we are back here at the Wwwa, and I'm with the one and only Corinne, the WWA Women's Champion. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for being a friend. It's lovely to meet you.
You as well. Now, for those that don't know, what inspired you to become a professional wrestler?
Well, in December of 2015, my grandfather took me to my very first wrestling show. When I walked in, the promoter was like, "Hey, do you want to do this?" And I was like, "I don't know you, sir." And then, as the show went on, I realized something about the theatrics and like how pretty everyone's outfits were. I was like, this is the closest I'm gonna get to being a drag queen as a biological woman. So sign me up. And then I got trained about 2 weeks later at the Creator Pro School in New Jersey, and here I am.
What are some favorite matches thus far in your career?
Last night I actually had the privilege of working Miss Scarlett Bordeaux. It is streaming on Twitch. It was an Impact versus Wrestle Pro one night only thing in Brooklyn last night. And I would say that has to be my favorite match to date, even though I took a pretty hard loss.
Now, what are your thoughts on the business today?
I think the business today is a great place to be, especially as a woman. Women are finally being treated as respectable talent and not as accessories, and I think that's really important for young girls everywhere.
Now, if fans out there want to learn more information about you, where do they go?
You can go on Instagram or Facebook. You can find me at Corinne, CORINNE_Mink, like the animal, MINK.
Corinne, thank you so much for your time. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Back here live, and I'm here with Montero. Montero, thank you for your time.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here right here in Wwwa.
Definitely. Now, for those that don't know, what inspired you to become a professional wrestler?
I was inspired as a young kid watching The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, how they just had a great match, and the crowd loved them. The energy was great, and it just, I was hooked ever since then. And since I'm a third-generation fighter in my family, I just said, one day I said, hey, why not try it out? And here I am in the Wwwa, and I've only had about 3 years of experience.
Nice. Now, to talk about your first match, man, how'd that go?
It went really well. It was actually after an injury training, so I came back 6 months of surgery, and I had my first, I came here for my first match here in the Wwwa. After 6 months, out of nowhere, they just asked me to come in and have a match, and I'm never backing out of a challenge, Now,
what are some highlights of your career thus far?
Highlights of my career is probably going against, I had a no disqualification street fight match here with Rob Zaccardi. I've had matches with Chris Banks. Highlights. I've had a lot of singles matches, a lot of tag team matches to get the gold, but unfortunately wasn't really able to get the gold. And maybe tonight I will. But in the future, there will always be chances to make some real highlights, Now,
what's some goals for 2019?
2019 is a new year. I want to just be, just better myself in every way, become the best wrestler in the Wwwa, and hopefully best wrestler in, all around the nation, and maybe all around, and represent my country in Spain since I was born there and raised. So I want to be the first Spaniard champion in WWE, NXT, wherever I belong.
Definitely, man. Well, if fans out there want to get more information about you, where do they go?
You can go on Facebook. It's a really long name, but if you want, just go to El Montero on Instagram. I have a YouTube account, JCM Official. And if you have any, and the Wwwa has YouTube videos, so I'm always there in any of the matches. So just write El Montero on YouTube, you'll find me.
All right, well, stay tuned, guys, and look out for him. He's next big thing, man. Back to you. We are back here live at the Wwwa, and I'm with Mal Havoc. Mal, thank you for your time.
Thanks for having me, brother. How you doing today?
Oh, man. Now, for those that don't know, what inspired you to become a professional wrestler?
Honestly, from a real shoot standpoint here, brother, I had trained under Jason Dubinsky here, and had a back injury in 2011. I never wrestled again from that point. But I got in the ring there, tried to get towards the memorial show to do a little management spot. My back was blowing up, man. And from that point on, I made it a point. I'm going to get back in the ring. I'm going to do my thing. So since 2013 now, got myself back into the condition to do it, and I've been going pretty nonstop, brother. It's been a roller coaster ride for me, but it's been a lot of fun.
Definitely. Now take us back to your first match, man. Talk about the jitters and what was going on.
Well, when I really developed into who I am, that's when I really found myself in the ring with that Mal Havoc persona. And I'll tell you, the first time coming through that curtain, I've been a performer all my life, and coming through that curtain, it was about 120 people came out to wrestle for, and it was pretty intense feeling, man. They get behind you or they don't, and they hate you, and the idea was to get them to hate me, but I've never really been able to get that to happen. They kind of cheer me anyway, so I'm the badass good guy, or badass bad guy.
Now, what are some favorite highlights of your career thus far?
Man, I had a nice run going through 5 different companies, win 174-0. You seen tonight, I kind of took a loss, so I guess that's 174-1. But I'm a bad guy. We don't acknowledge it. That didn't count. My arm was under the rope. You saw it. My arm was under the rope.
Watch out, Goldberg. Watch out, man.
So, yeah, the streak going. But no, actually, March 23rd, I'm getting ready to launch my own company. RWF, running out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We got Ron Simmons coming in. We got Robbie E coming in. Got an amazing lineup of superstars. Red Scorpions coming out. Stephon Stone. Real good-looking wrestlers, man. Wrestlers.
Is there a website?
Yes, it's RevolutionWrestlingFederation.com.
Well, what are some other goals for you in 2019?
honestly, man, it's all about RWF and anybody else who I'm working with. We have a good partnership with the guys at CCW. You got Valor Wrestling down in York, and of course Wwwa. So it's all about maintaining those connections that we have with all those companies, doing the most that I can for those companies, at the same time doing as much as we can with RWF to help all of the wrestling community.
Talk about Wwwa, man. What are your thoughts on that?
Dino's a great guy, man. I mean, as far as a company, I couldn't ask for a better guy to work for. I spent I spent 5 years working for a guy who I won't name, but I made $15 in 5 years working for the guy.
Wow.
And this is a different environment. He treats everybody like family. You feel like this is your home. Yes, WWA has been fantastic. This is actually my step off from when I went from the other company. I went to PWE and they folded. I don't know if you're familiar with PWE, but I did my first show with them. They folded. So it's kind of like, man, let's find a new home now. I left where I was to go to PWE, and everything just crumbled. So coming to WWA, it's been fantastic, man. Dino's a great guy. Love working here. It's a great place to be.
If fans out there want to get more information about you and find out where you are, where can they go?
RevolutionWrestlingFederation.com. Also, you can follow my Twitter. My Twitter, Instagram, and my Facebook are all the same. It's at Mal Havoc is good. Play on the Mal Havoc Living God, but it's Mal Havoc is good. GOOD. But you can follow me at Mal Havoc is good on any one of those social media platforms.
All right, well, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back with more WWA action. Welcome back, Damage fans. We are live here at WWA action, and I'm with the one and only, the robot, Chad McCool. You remember this man from Damage Radio. Now we're at Damage TV. Welcome.
How's it going? Hi, everybody in there, TV land and radio land. How's it going?
Nice, man. Now, for those that don't know, how'd you get started in professional wrestling?
Most of my friends were all wrestlers. Actually, my best friend of all is Mr. USA Tony Atlas, and that's sort of how I got introduced to wrestling, and one thing led to another, and 11 years later, I'm doing it. So,
talk a little bit about WWA. We heard a little bit about it when you came out with Dino. Talk about this venue, being here, and around these fans. What keeps you going, man?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm born and raised in Quakertown. This building's been here for 85 years. My mom's been coming here since she's a little girl and was bringing me here when I was a little boy. And I'm just a Quakertown guy. Yeah, and I love being around my fans. They support me well. I really can't say too much more, but it's an awesome place to wrestle.
So any goals for 2019?
Yeah, I want some gold this year. I'm tired of being the guy that's pushing everybody. Now Roadblock's going after gold this year, and by the end of the season, I will be the champion.
Now for the Damage fans out there that want to know more information about you, where are you going to be? Where can they go?
In 2 weeks, I'll be at the Coventry Mall wrestling for Worldwide Wrestling Alliance again. The week after that, I'll be in Tamaka wrestling for EGW. I'm actually their current heavyweight champion up there. And then back for Dino here. I keep my shows pretty light, being an older guy and stuff. I don't want to take too much abuse on the body. I have other outside interests too, because I'm preparing for when I do slow down. When I do slow down, that's not yet though.
Now, man, you get the bumps, man. It keeps you going. What keeps you going, man?
Just getting in the ring and just going with good opponents every show. Each guy I get in there is better and better. Like I had the monster Mal Havoc tonight. He a big boy, but I just proved him wrong. He may be bigger, but he ain't stronger.
Man, thank you so much for your time, man, and best of luck, man.
No problem. Thank you.
Stay tuned, guys, for more Completely Damaged. We're back here live at WWA, and I'm with the one and only Molson. Molson, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Now, it's been a long time, man. I never actually got an opportunity to interview, man. First off, it's an honor, man. And for the fans out there that don't know, what inspired you to become a professional wrestler?
Oh, man. 5 years old, Springfield, Massachusetts, at the Civic Center. Hulk Hogan in the ring. I was hooked. Then that night he worked the Samoans in a tag match, and the Samoans turned on him. From that point on, I wanted to be a worker. I wanted to be a wrestler.
Now, talk about your first match, man. What was the entrance music, if you remember, man? Going the jitters. Talk about that.
Oh, God. You're asking. That's 27 years ago.
Yeah, sorry, man.
First match, it was me versus, I don't even remember who it was. And I was doing a lumberjack gimmick. Short hair. I wanted to do a G.I. Joe type guy. But Off was like, no, grow your hair long. You know, G.I. Joe, you're a lumberjack. And that's how it went.
You said Alpha, right? Yeah. I remember back then everyone used to say, he said, call me Pops. Talk about that, man.
Oh, yeah, that's how it was. He was like our father. He was our mentor. Even today, he gave me my break. I started off up north, and he saw me work, and told me to come down to his school, and he gave me a shot. And it was like, out of my class, there's probably like 8 of us, and there was like 2 at the end. It's not like nowadays. It was brutal. It was brutal.
Talk about the training, man. What was it like?
Oh, we did 1,000 squats, 200 push-ups, 200 sit-ups, 200 leg ups. Then we ran like a mile and a half, and then we got in the ring. And it was constant, just brutal bumping and bumping over and over and over again. And you start off learning one thing, and until you got past what he thought was perfect, and then you moved on to the next. It wasn't like today where everybody just jumps in and they're a professional wrestler. No, it was hard. Like, nobody made it. It was so secretive about the business. And nowadays, everybody becomes a wrestler in 2 seconds.
How does that make you feel? Like, when you train, you worked your butt off, man. You paid your dues, and nowadays, like you said, the newcomers. Is it hard sometimes?
It's hard because I'm old school. I believe in, respecting the business and stuff and paying your dues. And a lot of the guys nowadays don't have that no more. They don't have that respect. They can learn from Joe Smo. There's no schools. There's like 1 million of them now. Back then there was like 4. So it's like the craft. I think myself. It's the new age, and it's hard for us older guys, as veterans, to understand that. With more. Everybody's gonna be all body and all this. And I'm not all body, man. I'm 340 pounds, 6'4". I'm a monster. I'm not no freaking high flyer. But that's what you have to be nowadays, And then the business changes, and you have to either go with it or, take a back seat.
Well, actually, I'm not going to say a name, but I had a veteran that interviewed that said one of the newcomers was like, okay, this is what we're going to do, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, well, wait till we get in the ring, dude. You ever had that happen to you?
Yeah. I'll be sitting there, okay. And then in the back of my head, I'm like, I ain't giving a I'm going to beat the living fuck out of you. Oh, can we swear?
Oh, it's damage TV, man.
All right, man. Yeah, man. I don't believe in that. It's like you try to help somebody and they don't respect you, you're going to earn my respect by the end of the night. Either that or you're going to be busted up and bloody.
You have had a lot of matches in your illustrious career. What are some of your favorites?
Every match I ever had with Samu or with any of the Samoans, I've had some wars with them. Doink the Clown, he was another great opponent that I've had, over the years. I've learned so much from him. It's just Bam Bam Bigelow, all those guys, all the older guys. Nowadays, I don't know. Even snooker. When I wrestled snooker back in the day, it was an honor, And nowadays, a lot of these guys don't understand that. They don't respect their elders in the business. They all think that they're going to call the match and the guy's just going to roll over for them. That's not how it is.
It's funny that you mentioned Bam Bam because it's rumored that he might be inducted to the Hall of Fame this year.
I hope so. He deserves it. He's one of the biggest big men in the world. He was great. The things that he could do, it's like Hugh Morris. Hugh Morris should be in the Hall of Fame. Another big man who could do a moonsault, like Vader and stuff. Like those guys, it's not fair that the guys that are over 300 pounds could not do what they could do because of stereotyping. Yeah. It wasn't fair. He had awesome matches. The stuff that he did with guys were unbelievable.
We were actually talking about that earlier about how the WWE has a Hall of Fame and the celebrity wing. I understand it's entertainment, but there's guys in there that bled, for us fans, and they're not even in it yet. What's your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I think the WWE Hall of Fame should be for the guys who made trailblazers and blood, sweat, and tears and made their life and career out of this. It shouldn't be for guys that just showed up at WrestleMania and did a couple spots and made a couple $1 million off a thing. It should be the guys that really worked their way and made wrestling what it is today. Just like the new women nowadays. Why don't you have Luna Vachon in there? She definitely deserves to be in there. There's women that have been trailblazers before now. They're the ones that did that. You know, and the women nowadays are so much better, yeah, physically wise, and I mean athletically wise. But the women that started in the business and broke in are the ones that deserve to be recognized. You know,
What keeps you going, man, in the ring?
it's heart, it's love, it's in your blood. After so long, it's just you have to do it. It's not what you want, it's what you need. And you know, to go out there in front of these crowds, in front of these people, and make them cry or laugh or yell or scream, it's the best drug in the world.
And what's your goals for 2019?
Well, tonight I'm going to take my title back.
I saw that. I got to talk to Dino about that one, man.
Oh, tonight's going to happen. And then I'm going to keep it. I mean, the only reason I lost it because I tore my Achilles tendon, last year. Yeah. And they told me I'd never be back in the ring. Well, guess what? I am. So this year will be my year.
So for fans out there that want to get more information about you, where can they go?
Go to Jack Molson on Facebook, or come to the shows and check us out, man. I'm here. I'm up at BBE up in Scranton. Come and see me.
Well, Wilson, appreciate your time very much, man. And guys, remember, don't keep it nice and neat. Keep it completely damaged. Ladies and gentlemen, it's so great to be back here for Completely Damaged Action. Thank you to the Worldwide Wrestling Alliance and Dino Santa for having us. And guys, remember, don't keep it nice and neat. Keep it completely damaged.
Completely